Anthony went home yesterday.
I was very excited. I got my copy of Microsoft Vista.
Ooh.
And I was going to load it on up onto my computer. I got a Dell XPS. Thing's probably 6 months old, if that. All the top of the line quad graphics cards and just I got like 4 gigs of RAM in it. The things, it's really, I set it up for gaming. So I figure I could take advantage of all that RAM by putting Vista on the machine. It's the new operating system. Why wouldn't you? And people are warning me, don't do it because they don't work the bugs out until like the first patches come out for it and everything. And I'm like, all right, I could deal with that. Just let me, install it.
Let me just help people along that are maybe new to the show. You're way ahead of us as far as computers go.
I could dig around, and I know my way around a computer. I know what the parts do. I know when there's conflicts. I know how to fix them. Give me enough time, and I could take care of the problem.
You're pretty much educated as far as
I know what I'm doing.
Goes.
Oh, yeah. I know what
You're not a newbie, okay? You're not one of these guys that needs help just turning.
No.
On.
Absolutely not.
Just want to make that perfectly clear as you move on here. Go ahead.
And it wouldn't even load. I couldn't even, like, people is telling me how awful it's going to be once it loads and how I'm going to have problems with it and it's buggy and things like that. I couldn't even get it to load. You know what I got it to do? You know what Vista did for me? It ate up half of my XP operating system to the point where my computer was rendered useless for hours on end.
Oof.
Hours on end. It would give me nothing, but it would start to load, and then that blue fatal screen would come on. That one that looks like it's from 1975.
Oh, boy.
That screen with the big text that just says things and tells you how screwed you are. That's what it did for me. That's what it accomplished. It was giving me all kinds of things where I was getting conflicts with hardware. This is brand new hardware. I'm not trying to load it on an old machine or anything. The drivers, of course, have to be updated to Vista drivers. Some of the companies that have, like my graphics card company, has betas out for the graphics card, which means we just kind of whipped these up and threw them out there for you. Godspeed. Hope it works. So I was just sitting there trying not to throw everything onto the floor and just smash everything.
How many hours were you doing this for?
I got home all excited, my brand new little box with the hardware, the software in it and everything. I'm ready to go.
And you're figuring maybe a half hour?
No, a new OS is going to take you a good hour and a half to load up. So at least with a good system.
So you're thinking maybe 2 at the worst.
Yeah.
A couple hours, you'll get this up and running.
That's another thing.
And then you can go check it out.
I'm interested in the process. So I don't care if it takes me a couple hours. And I got the laptop next to me, which is good. If you get any problems, you just go online with the other computer and you can kind of, fix the computer with the computer. Holy Jesus. I went from when I got home at about, I guess, noon. I was home at noon and started immediately. 10:30 last night.
Oh, my God.
I was just starting to think about going to bed because I assumed I had gotten my computer back into working order with XP, back reloaded onto it. Until 3 this morning, I heard boom, 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 like things popping up on my computer as it was trying to upgrade automatically. Just missing parts and drivers and files. It's just a catastrophe.
Did you picture punching the screen at all?
Oh, I wanted to so bad. The worst part was, as it's loading, it wasn't at the beginning of the load. It was toward the end. So I'd have to wait an hour for this system to load for it to tell me, nope. And then I get a big screen with a bunch of the conflicts, and then I'm trying to fix the conflicts by going to the various vendor sites of my cards, downloading the most recent drivers. I downloaded the new BIOS for my computer, which, you got to keep up to date, and it's telling me there's conflict with that. It's just conflict. So I decided on a lark.
Oh, boy.
For a goof.
Oh, boy.
Because I knew what this was going to happen.
I wish you'd taped this, by the way.
I did. In the middle of the call,
I really wish you taped it.
I didn't even get angry, but I had wished I taped it. I called Microsoft customer service.
Ooh.
And I got... Hello? This is customer service. My name is Elaine. No, your name's not Elaine. Let's stop with the dishonesty right now. I know you're in India. Your name is Ahanbalama. And you're not going to be able to help me one bit. She did... Here's how it started.
Okay, what happened?
Well, I bought Vista, and I want to install it. I have XP. It's my system. I told them the system I have and everything. And I'm getting a blue screen error right at the end of the load sequence for this. I'm trying to upgrade the drivers. I've done all that, and still this will not load. And here's what she goes. The first thing she goes.
Okay, Mr. How do you spell your name?
And I spell my last name, and she couldn't get it right 5 times in a row. C-U-M as in Michael I-A. C-U-N. They cannot friggin' hear letters. So finally that got sorted out, and she goes,
Okay, Mr. Kumia, we will... are you connected to the internet?
And I'm like, I go, wait. I said, right there, hold on. I go, excuse me, ma'am. We are light years past that point right here. Light years. Don't go through the flow chart. I don't want to hear.
Is your PC plugged in? Did you hit the on switch? Is there a disk in the...
Let's bypass all that. Go to step 6,033,033, because that's where we are on your flow chart. And she could not help. She kept asking me the same thing. She goes, so what do you... And she's all nervous. She goes, what do you... you tried the Vista on the XP and it wouldn't install. Yes. I explained it again. And she goes, okay, hold on. Puts me on hold. Comes back and goes, so now the XP you have, and you tried the Vista, but this is not loading for you. And I said, look... this continued a couple of times. I said, you've asked me the same thing 5 times. I go, look, I bought Vista. It will not load on my XP system. I get a blue screen error. Can we move past that part and get to something that will fix this problem? It was useless.
Yeah, when did you realize that she couldn't help you?
The second she said hello. But I swear to you, I'm not even joking.
But this is the beauty of all of us.
Yep.
You knew this person could not help you whatsoever. But
not in the least.
But you had to stay on the line.
Had to play it out. I wanted to see how much she didn't know about what she was supposed to know about. So they finally, after a while, she goes, I will hand you off to a technician. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get, a guy named Brad in the friggin' Silicon Valley somewhere, and he's going to tell me, dude, don't be stupid. You do this, that, everything works. Hello, my name is Bob. I get another Indian guy that is more concerned with giving me my case number and making a file for me than fixing anything, because he doesn't know anything either. So he's just like, okay, what step are you at now? I go, I'm on the step of calling you. Trying to get some type of assistance because I've done everything that is supposed to be done. Updated everything. All the drivers, all the updates that Windows supplies, everything was updated. And then I'm getting message board things telling me I got to unupdate them. Just rip all your drivers out and then load it up raw, a full clean install. So I tried that instead of the update because those never work. So I tried a clean install. And what it did was cleaned out half of my XP where that couldn't load and Vista couldn't load. So I'm sitting there with a computer that just can't load. So now I'm taking the old XP disk out, popping it back in, reloading that, and I had backed up all my files that I needed.
Right.
So I didn't care. It was just a big waste of time. But
so what are you going to do with Vista? Throw it out the window?
People have asked me online, they want to see what is called the dump file that you get when your computer crashes like that. You see, it's dumping physical memory, and it says they want to see the dump file. They're going to get a dump file. It's going to be me having dumped on the Vista disc, and I will upload the picture onto.
So what's the solution with this Vista? Get a brand new computer with it already
on it,
with it already installed.
Yeah, that seems to be the only way these things really work. And or you can really kind of strip your computer down and load it on and hope for the best that there's drivers available for the real expensive good hardware that I have on my computer. I got like top of the line graphics cards that for some reason they really don't have the drivers for it for Vista.
Here's the answer. Mac.
Oh yeah.
I was never
posting,
deal with that again.
Well, the computer I had next to me was my my MacBook. So I was posting on the message board, going back and forth with people that have a string. How do you like Vista? Things like that. And I go, well, let me tell you how much I like it. I'm posting this from my MacBook right now because I'm looking at a blue screen of death sitting in front of me on my Windows monitor.
That's beautiful.
Oh, it was just a catastrophe. Catastrophic failure of that computer. And at 3 in the morning, I heard that bong bong. So it's still screwed up. It's still screwed up.
Let's go to Paul listening to us on WISP.
Hey.
We appreciate that you're supporting the local stations there. Paul, what's going on?
Hey, man, I would rather be in an Opie's shoes than...
You deliver jokes like Vista loads.
Exactly.
He wanted to say I'd rather fart for 18 hours than load Vista. So.
I'd have had better luck trying to load it on my MacBook.
There you go.
That's
stupid.
The way you felt, as frustrated as you feel at an advanced point, like Anthony can go out and load drivers. That's how I would feel just putting something simple on it, and that's what would happen.
And you get so livid.
Yeah.
And hours are going by. Hours. And I'm just trying to get this to load, and I keep getting that blue screen.
It's amazing what kind of patience you have.
He is.
I'll pick it apart. I'll sit there and just pick the problem apart. And usually, well, up until now, I've been able to, solve any computer problem I've had.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes hours, but I just pick it apart, one thing at a time. I was just trying to eliminate one conflict, hardware conflict, driver conflict at a time, and it just would not work. And it was... You would think with Vista out and all this big thing that drivers would just be available. These drivers are the things that make the operating system recognize the hardware. It's called a driver. And if the OS doesn't recognize the hardware, you might as well just have, a block of lead in the computer because it ain't going to do anything. It was infuriating.
When I saw, we have a prep sheet, and I came in, and you look at your prep sheet, and it says stories. Anthony can't install Windows Vista.
Oh, I know.
I just giggled.
You were joyful. You were giddy.
And you must have been so hot under the collar.
Oh.
I will not be going the way of Vista anytime soon.
No.
I think maybe if I buy a new computer in the next year, I'll have it.
Put it this way, with the way my memory is, my short-term memory is garbage, and for phone numbers and things like that, I got to the point where I memorized the key number to the Windows. It's
wow.
18 friggin' numbers of 4 blocks of it got to that point where I had put it in so many times.
Wow.
Oh yes, this old number.
All right.
Infuriating.
That was Anthony's night. We got lots to do on the show today. We're going to take a quick break, get into it. You know what? We'll just we'll make it a surprise after the break. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.